Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome into another edition of my live stream where we talk all things reality television. I'm Bobby Goodsby. You can watch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby, or at After Show on YouTube. Say what's up in the comments if you're here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday, fantastic Halloween. I know the little one's excited to go out trick-or-treating tonight. Unfortunately, I'll be at work, but Mama will be taking her with Grandma going trick-or-treating, so very excited for her for that. Hope you and yours are safe tonight on this All Hallows Eve. And let's see here. Look at this. Boom, we're festive. We've got the decorations and everything here on the stream. So hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday/Halloween and be safe out there tonight. So the theme for today: scariest Survivor and Big Brother moments in history. I think that's just too much on the graphics, but I wanted to have some kind of graphics up for Halloween. It's just a lot. So I'll take that down here. I think this one's a little better. There you go. Little dancing skeleton. We'll put him in the corner. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. So like I said, scariest Survivor and Big Brother moments in the history of the show. So some ideas you could talk about for in the comments if you guys want to bring it up. Best theme for a season that was spooky or scary, like Ghost Island. Was it really scary? No, but it was something. You could talk about like blindsides, craziest, creepiest moments, or even just the medevacs. Some of those are the scariest things that have happened on Survivor. Creepy moments that have happened, like not like icky creepy, but like just creepy crawly, like, oh, okay, this is fun to watch. It's kind of creepy, spooky. Like, you know, you could say the all in the dark competition. I'm blanking on the name, but where everything's dark, how that's spooky. Is there a competition that arises in your mind of something that was spooky for this Halloween theme? I don't know. Kind of an interesting thing, but I thought we could have fun with it. You know, creepiest and craziest over the top moments in the house for Big Brother. Maybe it could be some of the wildlife and the adventures with bugs on Survivor. Whatever may come to your mind, let me know in the comments. I will read your guys' comments live here on stream. And yeah, let's get into it. Let me pull up some of your guys' comments here. All right, Kate the Gray, boo, got me. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Kate. Good to see you, my friend. The scariest moment in Survivor history is when Survivor Season 10 Blake walked 11 miles through the jungle, and when he reached base camp, he crashed and his body gave out. That was crazy. I do remember that. That was absolutely wild. There was also on Heroes, Hustlers, Heroes, oh my God, Heroes, Healers, Hustlers, whatever. Damn it, I'm still saying it wrong. Whatever it was. Like, I forgot the guy's name, but when he like passed out and just uncontrollably right there at Tribal Council, that was pretty wild too. That was pretty spooky. Amazing Race Dracula leg. I mean, you'll have to inform me on that one, Mary. What happened on that one? The scariest Big Brother moment when they, the fun-loving Audrey went on the block, then became ostracized and secluded for a week. Yeah, blanket. When she blanketed all week. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, like she just always had the freaking blanket around her, just moping around the house. I felt bad for her, but at the same time, it was pretty crazy to watch. Halloween equals All Saints Day Eve. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Also, an amazing race. We had gone to perform some task at a cemetery in Mexico and Argentina. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would also bring up, like, you know, Caleb when he was medevaced, and that was really scary, crazy situation as well. Definitely one of those moments that I think is one of the scariest for sure, as far as like we didn't know if he was going to be okay, but also just craziest, like the heat and everything that happened with that. And we got like a little bit of it this week on this Survivor episode, not to the same extent, but even Jeff Probst was to the side being like, man, this is no joke. Like, I felt for him. Like, it seems like it's insanely hot out there. I did appreciate Rizzo being like, come on, Jeff. Like, you got, this is Survivor. This is what you signed up for. I thought that was pretty funny. Also, getting bashed on in the comments on our Survivor podcast we did the other night. People were like, well, if you hate it so much, why do you watch it? And like, why do you always have, you know, or how to fix it and stuff? I'm like, because that's kind of what we do. If you go to listen to any podcast, you listen to RHAP, they talk about stuff like that too. They talk about how they would fix things or how what they're not liking about the season, which the season hasn't been particularly good yet. But we do mention that we're hopeful that it turns around, that Jeff keeps hinting that it's going to have this big second half, which even Taryn, when he went live, his stream title was, "Is it good yet?" Like, we're not the only ones being judgy over here as well. So I always find that funny when I read the comments. I know people say don't read the comments. Everyone always reads the comments. It's just don't reply back. Whatever. What season? Okay, let's see here. The time the guy fell off the rock in Fiji, Matthew. Yeah, it was Matthew. It gave me such a start. Yeah, like, and I feel for Matthew. Like, Matthew was playing a pretty good game too. Like, he was playing a pretty good game, and I felt for him. Like, he had an idol, didn't he, as well? Like, I was surprised we didn't get him back for 50. Like, if there was someone for 50 from the new era that probably, should have had a second chance. Like, that was a very memorable moment from the new era. He was playing a good game, and then he obviously had to be medevac because of his injury, because he fell off the rock. Like, that's someone I would have liked to see come back and get a second chance. Absolutely. Maybe Survivor second chances too. Then we'll see Matthew back out there. Is the Survivor car curse spooky? I mean, it is. It's all good fun here. But yeah, no, I think that is a good one to bring up too. Like, the car curse. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, what is it? What's the saying? One in the hand, two in the bush. Like, you have a car here, take it. Like, I know that it usually doesn't work out for the person that gets the car, but like, you get a car, right? Like, I mean, it would be very tempting for me if I was out there, that you're like guaranteed a car plus the money you make for getting as far as you do on the season. I think there's a lot to say about, the car situation, and that it might not be a mistake to take the car if you're in that scenario. Like, you're not guaranteed the $1 million, at least get something out of it. I always find it interesting when people are like, "Oh, I don't want the car." I get it. It puts a target on your back, and I think they should bring back the car challenges. They might not have the sponsorship for it anymore, but I absolutely think the car challenges brought a lot of entertainment when it came to Survivor, and I'd be all here for them bringing the car challenges back. All medevacs, like, well, absolutely, but I just think like the Caleb one was especially scary, right? It was up there as like one of the scariest medevacs, because we didn't know if he was going to die. We didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, honestly, this year you could also say the one with Jake and getting bit on the foot by like the deadliest snake in the world, one of them at least. Like, that was pretty scary too. That's a crazy situation as well. Humane. Oh, you know what's one of the creepiest things that happened is when they pulled the freaking bug out of the chick's ear that crawled into her ear, and she said she could feel it in her brain. That is one of the scariest, creepiest moments of all time. Oh, that was so rough. So rough. Humane, I think Argentina was the season the Elysian BB was on it, or Allison from BB was on it. When Jeff Probst killed over and nobody thought to call Dr. Barry for an update, that's when I knew civilization had truly collapsed. It's very true. Very true. Let's let medical look at it, Jeff. What's up, Guardy? Good to see you. The dragon leg on Tar was season 12. When BB27 Vince crashed out during the final HOH comp, that was super scary. I mean, that was just more funny than anything. It was like, bro, you had so much time to figure that out. So much time to figure it out. That's for sure. And we went to the cemetery in Mexico, I think 32 or 33. At Tatsuya, left my ass off. Not scary. Last gasp of life for air from a dead season. I mean, it was just funny, man. Watching him absolutely melt down was so good. It was so like refreshing to see. And that's why I think everyone, even we like Ashley's win a little bit more because of the fact of how it happened, because it took Vince down in multiple ways. Correction, the Dracula was 14. BB27 Riley post-eviction interviews were so scary, CBS production canceled. Honestly, though, not a hot take there. It's true. Like, I mean, what else could you say on Big Brother? Like, I definitely think, and you guys have to correct me, what is the name of the challenge that they do when they're in like the big black box and it's just dark in there, you can't see anything? What is it called? Because it's escaping me right now. But that would freak me out. Like, It's not necessarily because you're in the dark or anything. It's I have a weird thing where it's like if I can't see anything, like I get claustrophobic, right? Like if I'm walking around and I can't see anything, I'm just putting my hand out trying to feel for stuff. First off, I'd be going very slow because I know how I am, but also it's just like it's a claustrophobic thing that I don't know how big the room is. Like I don't know what's in front of me. I get claustrophobic easily. That's for sure. That's when Tommy and Victor win a full season meltdown. Left my notes, not scary. Last game. Okay, got to that one. Oh, he said that one on there. Yo, what's up, Tommy? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see here. The immunity in South Pacific where they all had to bite the meat. Oh yeah. That was one of the creepiest moments for sure. Any like disgusting food eating competition, right? Like eating bugs or bull balls or whatever it may be, you know, like, or the worst is when they did the blender and you had to like spin the wheel and it was like two different things and then they blended them together. Like the consistency, the everything about it. I don't know if I could do it. That just makes me want to gag right now. Them not expelling Frank on 18 was the scariest moment in BB history. I forgot about that. That's true, right? Because there was that big like debate of whether he should be expelled or not for what he did. And like the thing is, Frank on 14 had such a legendary, like, I know people had their feelings about him, but like he was very much like a big presence and a big part of that season. And like he had a lot of fans in his corner. I think him after 18 completely like demolished that for sure. You know what's the scariest thing about Survivor and Big Brother? Reading the comments on YouTube after you podcast about them. Oh, that's pretty freaking scary. Debbie not exploding. Oh yeah, seriously though, Debbie not exploding. We prefer Debbie exploding. That would be the best thing to happen for sure. I always freak out when the Survivor castaways' hands get white and pruned because of it rains nonstop. Oh yeah, that is also another cringe moment for me. When you just see them getting covered in rain and their hands are all like the pruny, like you've been in the water too much, and they take their socks off and their feet are like, and their like toenails are barely hanging on and stuff. Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. I completely agree with you. I mean, that is very creepy, very like moment. Or just anytime you see like castaways and then there's just like bugs on them, or like you can see just bugs all over them. They're so used to it that they don't even like do anything about it. It's just like, I'm like, oh, please just get that thing off of you. Come on. Vince, the coconut vendor, the truth teller, was kind of scary. I mean, he was like, how did he pass a psych test? Like, to be honest with you, I liked him, but like at the same time, I was like, this guy passed all the tests to be on here. Because I mean, if the feathers in the hair wasn't a dead giveaway, I don't know what else is. Zombie week wasn't scary, it was just stupid. But yeah, I'll give it to you. Zombie week is, at least that fits the theme of, scariest moments for sure. Let's see here. At Don't Bite Your Tongue, when Cochran says, well, we all have oral herpes now. I forgot about that. That is great. I totally forgot about that he said that. Also, how about Cochran on his second time around the season he won, with just the worst sunburn of all time. Could you imagine like being on Survivor with like that bad of a sunburn? Like it's just gotta be miserable. Like there's that would create like totally do me in. Like I know it's just a sunburn, you'll get over it. It takes a couple days, but like he was badly sunburned. And like I know they give him sunscreen or whatever, maybe they didn't back then, but yeah, that was rough to see for sure. I was like, oh man, this poor guy. He already has fair skin, so it was just bound to happen. I thought we were gonna talk Traders Canada. Honestly, I haven't had time to watch it. I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't had time to watch it, but I will be set up ready to talk about it on Monday. We can talk about it on Monday for sure. Unpopular opinion, I'm getting tired of BB players getting to be traders. Interesting. What makes you not like BB players on the traders? Because I feel like BB players on the traders is kind of what makes for it to be a good season. Because if you didn't have people from the challenge, Big Brother, or Survivor, honestly, though, you would have a completely different show, because then it would just be all housewives and like maybe one or two quasi celebrities, you know, on the season, and there wouldn't be any gamers out there, so there wouldn't be anyone like gaming the system. It would just be like, oh, who's my friend, right? Like, you need those gamers to be in there to make it more of an actual game show, because otherwise I feel like it'd be very much so like kumbaya. How are people not clocking it? I mean, I haven't got to it yet, so I'll have to check it out. What's the criteria of scary? So scary can be multiple things, right? Scariest twists, backstabs. You could do like medevacs. You could talk about like I have some list right here. Let me pull that up right here. So, theme for a season, paranoia, like who's like people being paranoid, like Tony's spy shack kind of thing. It's a very vague topic for scariest. I was just kind of doing the theme because it's Halloween, but haunted vibe haunted vibe for Survivor, scariest blindside, creepy challenge. On Big Brother, you could do like the low lighting in the house, haunted house vibes from Big Brother Over the Top. Expect the unexpected. I can't talk today. Apparently, expect the unexpected moments that felt evil. Pandora's box, reset buttons, etc. Scariest betrayals, creepy Big Brother nights, fights, whispers, paranoia, what have you. So, all right, interesting. I'm reading some more things written down here. Okay, so let's get back to your guys' comments. So it's a very vague topic, but there's some things there. All the scenes with Matthew on Amazon. Very true. That's actually a great point, Mary. Him just with the machete. Oh, yeah. Completely agree. Completely agree. Matthew with the machete, just looking at him, staring like he's going to like murder them in their sleep. I completely agree. I think that would have creeped me out too. The potential of a Riley HOH during week 4 was horrifying. When I woke up to the news, my whole morning was ruined. I was so happy Mickey stole his HOH. Honestly, and the next week when Rachel, takes power and ends up taking him out in the game, imagine the season we'd have if he didn't go out there, because like he had a lot of people in his corner. Like, they didn't want to vote him out. First off, we would have lost Morgan. And two, he would have been sitting very pretty with the numbers on his side to completely like run the game in like the worst way possible. Like, we could have easily, if he didn't go out in that moment, we could have easily had a Riley HOH. A Riley win at the end. Like, it's for real. It could have happened. So, yeah, I think that's the most terrifying news of all time for Big Brother. I'm glad it didn't pan out that way. Thank God for Rachel. Sue Hawk. Oh, her snakes and rats speech at the end of Survivor season 1. 100% right there. You could say that's one of the scariest, creepiest moments for sure. It's not a spoiler. We get picked for traitors. We all knew they're going to pick Kevin. How are the faithful this dumb? Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I look forward to it, and I love Kevin, so yes. A scary moment on Survivor was when the Strong People Alliance was made, killed the whole season. Yeah, I mean, that's what, from 48? Like, that's also something we see a lot on Australian Survivor too, where like George's first season, it was like all the strong people wanted to work together. Like, yeah, that's scary when it happens. And we saw it play out pretty much on 48, where that came true and they actually did dominate. And we saw the season that we got. Survivor Marquesas. On day 19, a group of contestants found a small pile of human bones, including small bits of rib cage and a fractured skull. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that would creep me the hell out. I'd be like, producers, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? Like, why is there a dead body out here? Absolutely. Like, that's creepy for sure. Strong People Alliance on Survivor 48, that is. Yeah, exactly. I knew what you were talking about. FTC speech and some others. Corinne to Sugar, scary people. Like, honestly, like, Yeah, final tribal council. There's been some absolutely brutal ones, right? Where they just come after the people, give them no respect, what have you. So yeah, like you could put that up there as well. Like I said, the Sue Hawk one is the one that comes to mind for me. But there's been some very like bitter jury moments before in the past where it's like, oh come on, you're really holding that grudge. So yeah, you can put that up there for sure. The cast of millennials versus Gen X learned that firsthand when they were forced to evacuate camp, owing to owing to an incoming cyclone. Yeah, the cyclone was wild, and seeing those winds like pushing that the sand from the beach and like into their eyes and stuff, and like they ended up having to sleep in a room, like a dark room, where they all had to sit up against a corner and couldn't talk just to ride out the freaking the cyclone. That was wild. Like we've never seen that before. And kudos to the producers for getting him out of there, because that could have been a very dangerous situation. So yeah, that's up there too for sure. All right, so let's go to Jason. Jason said Jag getting to compete in back-to-back HOHs and winning them was horrifying. Literally, America and Sari would have won the comp if he couldn't compete as expected of the outgoing head of household. Yeah, I still don't understand that. I still don't understand why he was able to compete there. But yeah, no, like we might have had a completely different season had that happened. And plus, that kind of also puts another asterisk on the on the win of old Jag. I mean, granted, at the end of the day, the reason why there's an asterisk, and let's be real, is because he was voted out and then just got to come back and play. You know, we would have done the same thing for a lot of other players. Like that's why people put asterisks on Chris's win, right? On Survivor, because he left the game but got to come back in. So you absolutely have to have an asterisk there no matter what. Sorry, no more spoilers from traders unless it's a proper recap. Thank you. I just don't want to get too much into it because I've only watched half an episode, but I'm very much so looking forward to it. BB27 Hamster Wheel of Doom. Oh, that's up there 1,000%. Thank you for bringing that to my mind, Kate. Yeah, I mean the hamster Wheel of Doom where we lost Rachel. It just sucked. It sucked. It was like, is this really happening right now? How is this happening? But unfortunately, it did happen, and we saw the rest was history. Let's see here. Another scary comment was Keanu believing in Vince for the millionth time. It was so scary seeing how dumb one person can truly be. I was worried for how he deals with scams in real life. Yeah, like a scam likely call coming through. It's like Keanu's like, oh, I think I know this person. It's so funny. My daughter, whenever she sees on my phone that I'm getting a scam likely call, she literally thinks it's a person named Scam Likely. So she's like, oh, Scam Likely's calling you again. I'm like, yeah, thanks, babe. She probably wonders why I never answer Scam Likely's phone calls. Jerry Roy, what's going on, Jerry Roy? Can't stay, but happy Halloween. My nightmare moment would be getting second tier in a row like Paul. LOL. Oh, like second place. I knew what you meant. But yeah, no, that would be brutal. That'd be brutal to like get as far as you do back-to-back seasons all the way to the end, only to be let down twice in a row. Granted, I still think he deserved to have beaten her, but and then when he goes up against Josh, I mean, he should have absolutely creamed Josh. Like he should have destroyed him. But at the end of the day, we know why he didn't beat Josh. It's because he didn't reassure those relationships on the way out, which kudos to Josh. Josh did. So it was a lot better. We got Scam Likely in the building. What's up, Scam Likely? Oh, see, I wasn't wrong. My daughter's not wrong. There is a person named Scam Likely. I love that. I love that you changed that. There's no way you didn't just not change that right now. It's so good. So good. All right, let me see here. Okay. The time when feeds were off during White Locust was horrifying. Different rumors of who was sniped out, and when rumors came out that the fandom would be crashed, I literally had nightmares. Like, we didn't know what was going on. We were like, okay, we're probably not getting feeds for a while, and then all of a sudden it was like they came back, and then there's just someone's missing. Who's missing? Okay, this person's there, this person's there, and then as soon as I realized, I was like, wait, I'm not seeing Rachel. I was like, oh no. Oh God, no, not this can't be happening. And then sure enough, it happened, and we had to see it all get played out. That was just brutal. Absolutely brutal. Do we miss slightly scary characters on Survivor? I miss a good villain, and that's another one to bring up. Like we've had Rome, who I guess you consider like the villain of the new era, but like he wasn't even really a villain, right? Like he was just kind of like blah, in my opinion. Like I don't get me wrong, I at least appreciate that he was trying to be a character on TV to make good TV. I'll give him that, but it was more so like annoying than like actually villainous, right? So like if you want to talk about true villains, like Russell Hantz, um, you like Russell Hantz is like one of the best villains of all time in reality TV because he just like continued to play people, and that I appreciate more than Rome following Saul around camp, just trying to annoy him so that he can't find an idol. Like that's not fun to me. That's just more so like annoying. Where Russell Hantz just blindsiding people and backstabbing people, that I can appreciate much more as a villain character. But I do think we need more slightly scary villains on the show for sure. Scariest moment on Survivor was the fried chicken and waffle song. Good point. Good point. The humiliation that cast had to go through on top of having one of the worst seasons ever. Oh God. I mean, you can go back and see my Couch Critic episode I did on that episode where it was the chicken and waffles thing. It was like chicken and waffles, chicken and waffles, chicken and waffles. I'm like, oh God, no, stop. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. It was more so like it was like a funny cringe where it was like I can't look away. I can't look away, but I need to. If I get a coin every time I spoil something on this chat, I would have 3 coins. You're all good. You're all good. Like that wasn't a huge spoiler. It was pretty funny though. But yeah, no, I do think that Mary, you are the one who likes to like push the edge right there, but you never do it too bad. You're always good. This is how I would end up banned forever. Even when you don't get banned here, I won't ban you. Don't worry. I had not seen the spoilers for Tar, but don't get be shocked if Jazz get the non-elimination. Wouldn't surprise me. I haven't watched it in like 2 weeks. I need to catch up. I've just been so behind on shows right now, like so behind, that I need to catch up for sure. But it wouldn't surprise me. They definitely want to keep Jazz around. I'd rather get second than third. No, that's very true, right? Because at least then you're getting second place money. I'll take the 75K all day over the, what is it, 10 grand that they get for third place? Like, but I think from jury to anyone on the jury, like it's only 10 grand, but like second place is 75K, first place is 750K. I think that they need to do Survivor money at this point, right? And pay out per placement, because Survivor money, they get like really good money. Even like first one out gets like 12,000 something. So even if you're first one out, you get the 12,000. And I don't know, does that include the jury money? Because even if you don't make the jury, that you get the jury roundtable money, like anyways. So I don't know if that 12,000 includes that or is on top of the 12,000 for being first one out. I don't remember, but I mean, and then it just goes up each week. So it was like 12K to like, I think it's like 15K, then 20K, something like that. I could be wrong on my numbers, but it's a pretty good chunk of change. For sure. Kate the Great One. We can't forget the BB monsters. Nether Gorgon, the mastermind, Johnny Mac. Hey, he's not a monster. I love me some Johnny Mac. I love me some Johnny Mac for sure. The mastermind, yes. So the Nether Gorgon. You could put Zingbot in there. Or how about this year's what was it? The OTEV competition, like it was like a pig, mafioso pig. Like, put that one as the scariest comp of all time. Let's see here. I don't miss the Hanses. I don't miss the Hanses for their antics, but I at least appreciated them, or at least appreciated Russell, I should say, as a villain character. Like the other Hanses, we all know how we feel about them, but like Russell, you can at least appreciate for just being such a good Survivor villain. Like in the best way possible for what the show was at the time. Not saying I agree with everything he said outside of Survivor, but like inside Survivor on the seasons he played, he was a fun villain. That's what I'm trying to get at. The only part of BB-27 jury I watch is 60% of finale. Also, like, we didn't really talk about this too much back when it aired too, but why was the jury roundtable so short? It seems like it was so short. I just rewatched it the other day just to like refresh my memory in case Rachel comes on, and still no date set on that yet. But like I was like refreshing my memory, and I was like, I want to hear what she said about the jury, and like, and then because I was listening to her and Terrence's podcast where they talked about it too, and yeah, 100%. They made it definitely seem like Vince was going to win over anybody. It was wild to see, and it was so short. Like I heard them talking about it. I was like, I gotta go back and rewatch it because I was kind of live streaming at the same time and didn't really pay attention. Sure enough, it was really weird. Josh Frick, did you dress up like a man from the Catch a Predator for Halloween? No, I thought about going as Sweet James. Have you guys seen? Because at work they're doing a contest. Have you seen the Sweet James picture? Here, let me do this. Do you know who's Sweet James? Like the injury attorney that's on billboards all over the place. Maybe it's. I know he's other places. So let me type it in over here, and then I can show you guys real quick. So this is what I think I might go as for work. Let's see if I can get the because everyone in my wife's side of the family says I look like him, which I don't. I don't see it at all. But they all say I look like him. So they told me I should dress up as him for Halloween. Let me see. Where's a better picture? That's not it. There was a good one on here before, and now I'm not finding it. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Shoot, I just had it. Okay. There it is. All right, so I'm going to show you guys right now. So this is who my family says I should dress up as for Halloween for the Halloween costume contest at work. All right here. So this guy right here. I was trying to find a better picture of it. You guys can see this, hopefully. I think so. This one or this one right here. So yeah, I think that's the one I just picked. But yeah, that's the guy they told me to dress up as. I'm like, really, guys? I do not look anything like him, but it would be pretty funny. I look nothing like this guy. Like, really? Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Damn it. But he's got a different kind of hair. I guess you could see it a little bit. But yeah, they told me to like dress with this with like a white shirt and a blue blazer, which I have, and then just have like a billboard around me that says like this right here, like Sweet James, 1-800-9-million. Hurt in an accident, and just have the Sweet James logo around me. Pretty funny. It's kind of funny. I'll give them that. They suck. So yeah, that would be pretty funny. Let's see. All right, so Jason, at Jason, especially because the word fried isn't part of the name of the food. What did Jason say? Oh yeah, the chicken and waffles thing. Yeah, 100%. Spoiler alert: I have to play 2 tight ends this week. You and me both, my friend. You and me both. Tatsuya says Survivor Twilight always scared me because she reminded me of the cliche 70s movie Deliverance. Oops, I have a big screen right now. No, yeah, Twilight Deliverance. That's actually hilarious. Twilight was kind of crazy kooky. So I'll give you that. The only winner should get money. I see. I disagree because these people are out there, right? They're coming, and I do think that obviously the winner should get an exorbitant amount of the money, but especially like on Survivor, like they're out there having to harsh these the elements and stuff. And also, I think on Big Brother, is it even worth going on Big Brother for like the only getting 10K if you don't make it to the final 2? Like 10K for that amount of time, like 3 months of your life is wild. Like, I mean, CBS has money. Like, what are we doing here? They finally only like 5 seasons ago raised the actual prize pool to 750K from 500K with inflation after all these years. But like, they definitely should bump up the 10K for everyone who, makes it to jury. Like, you have to be there for 3 months of your life. 10K is not going to cover anything. I definitely think they should get paid more. I think anyone that does these shows, I think Survivor does the best payment plan for the people like that when they go out. 100%. All right, let's see what else we got on here. Oh, I almost lost my drink. All right. Actually, like, the further you get more money, you had to give back unless you win. No, I don't think so. I think that's crazy. That's a crazy hot take. Crazy hot take, Mary. Willie Hanson was robbed on Big Brother 14. If he wasn't expelled, he would have won. No shot. No shot, Humane. So Willie Hanson was going to be gone relatively soon. That's why he was pouting in the corner, because he knew he lost the game. So 100% he was going out within a week or two. So yeah, I think that Willie Hanson saw the writing on the wall and kind of used that as a way to. Okay, he was joking. You're joking. Gotcha. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second, Humane. You scared me for a second. Uncle Jeff is getting older and scarier every time he asks, how hard is it? Or what are you feeling? I feel secondhand scared for the mental health of the players. From what we've heard, too, from past players, is Jeff off camera, too, can be very like, he'll let you know when he's not happy with what the show is giving, or what you guys are giving the show, right? Like, if you're a cast member and you're not bringing it for Jeff, like, from what we've heard, is he's very vocal about if he's displeased with your gameplay or with what you're bringing towards saying at tribal council and whatnot. He'll call you out for sure. I think that would be scary as hell, as if I had to deal with like angry Jeff. Angry Jeff feels like your dad getting mad at you, right? It's like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Like, that would be the worst thing you could ever hear from Jeff Probst. I skipped that part of the finale. Honestly, you blink and you missed it anyways. Dress up like Chris Hansen. What? Is he just dress up like Chris Hansen? Like, really? But I have Kraft and Warren. Oh, okay. Well, then you're set for a while. You're good no matter what. Do you remember 21-year-old Lauren O'Connell, Survivor Edge of Extinction, was competing in a head balancing contest and Lauren passed out from? Yeah, it's brutal. Like, I remember that. She was on that balancing thing and she just fell over and like collapsed. Like, that was scary as hell too. Like, there's so many of those moments, especially with the heat and the starvation. Like, it's brutal. We saw it in this last episode where Christina had to like sit down for a moment and get some water and have, medical take a look at her because she was overheated. She was exhausted. It happens. It's scary when it does. Scam likely. The scariest moment was Keith Soul being voted out. Shout out to Keith Soul, man. We talked to him last night on the patron Q&A. If you guys aren't a patron, become a patron. Survivor After Show on Patreon. Go check us out. You get bonus content like the patron Q&A. And Tommy, that's in the comments, sorry, don't bite your tongue. He was on with me and Johnny, and we called up Keith Soul last night and talked to him. And that guy's just the greatest. I love Keith so much. He's so humble and so like innocent and sweet. But he's got songs out on Instagram. Like, the guy's doing well for himself. So I love me some Keith. That's for sure. Shout out to Keith for coming on last night in the impromptu call. Also, we had King George pop in too. That was interesting too. Lauren is probably the most gorgeous lady that suffered an injury on Survivor. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. Bro, I was joking. Yeah, I knew what you're joking about. You're all good, brother. But once I realized, I was like, there's no way he's got to be trolling. If Willie doesn't get expelled, Frank puts up Shane and JoJo in 1,000%. Let's see here. They give Willie Hanson the easy way out. Kind of. It kind of felt that way, right? Like, they saw the writing on the wall anyways. So it was like Willie Hanson, like, oh yeah, we'll use this as an excuse to like have you see the door, Absolutely. I agree with you. Dick leaving was scary. Evil Dick, like, we didn't know what happened. I still think that like what's out there is still very vague. But yeah, shout out to Evil Dick, because like that was scary and that was a crazy moment. We didn't know what was going on, and I can only feel for his daughter Danielle, like what she must be feeling. She's like, wait, is everything okay with the family? Like all that stuff. So pretty wild. Like anytime we've had someone like leave, like a Terry Dietz, like when his son had that horrible situation with his heart. I believe it was his heart. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, like absolutely scary. As a parent, that would be the most terrifying thing to me ever. For in Second Chances, when Terry learns his son's like gravely ill. Thank God he ended up being okay. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's beyond scary. Beyond scary. I would be out of there in a second if it was Penelope and something happened to her. How do you feel about Survivor? How do you feel about Survivor 49? Yeah. So, like I said earlier, Johnny and I are kind of getting bashed in the comments from our YouTube our podcast we did the other night on Survivor 49. They're like, if you hate it so much, why do you continue to watch it? I'm like, bro, that's the most overused saying ever, right? Where, and usually like the comments and stuff don't really trigger me, but I was just like, we're doing commentary on how we feel about the show. Like, it's very much so a lot of people feel this way about the season. We're not alone here. And yeah, there are things that we think would be better if Survivor did it a different way. And I'm sorry if that's getting old to you, but like we're talking about it, everyone's talking about it. We're not on an island here. Like, I mean, us, obviously, the show's on an island, but we're not an island here where we're giving you these hot takes that no one's talking about. Everyone's saying how bland this season is and how it's just cut and dry, new era coded, and that the meta has been figured out. If you don't like that, sorry, but it's our show, and you guys could like, they continue to watch it. I like, these people come and still watch our podcast. It's like, but you like to leave hateful comments and like how much you criticize our commentary, but then you still come back every week and put in the comments more critiques on us. So it's just funny to me. But this Survivor season has been very meh, very meh. And I'm holding out hope that it does turn around. I do think I like this cast more than I like 48. 48 was rough all the way around. But there's something about it that obviously it's been so cut and dry, pretty easily figure out, like you can figure out what's going to happen, except for the whole Jake getting bit by the snake. That's the one thing that was probably the biggest shock of the season. But I'm holding out hope that there is something big come merge. I still think we have potential there. I don't know what it is, but I'm hopeful that the potential is there. We'll talk in a couple weeks once we get a little further in the jury phase, and then I'll give you my real thoughts on the season as a whole. But I'm giving it its time. Willie is the greatest Big Brother player to never win. Okay, now Scam Likely. Come on, now I know you're trolling. if Humane was trolling a few minutes ago, that's definitely a troll. Nah, Kelly is the best to never win. God damn it, you guys. Yeah, Kelly is the best player of Big Brother history to never win. Absolutely. I feel like Tommy would agree with you in the comments for sure about that. Meh 49. That should have been the title for sure. I hate it. It's so boring. Like, and that's the thing is, we have two people from this cast coming back for 52, and there's something just I don't know what else to say other than the fact that like there's got to be some potential there. Granted, they did bring back 3 people from 48, so maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, there's got to be some potential there. Hopefully. He who shall not be named hands in the fire. Oh God, that was crazy. Yeah, Voldemort is what we'll call him. Yeah, when Voldemort put their hands in, or like passed out and had their hands in the fire. First off, how did no one see this? And from what I know from back in the days, is like production wouldn't get in the way back in those days when what's his name, Barnett, forgetting his first name, but when he was like in charge of it and the showrunner, he would tell them to not get in the way, to not ever, like, if something happens, do not tell them or let them know when something's happening. So like part of me feels like when they saw him pass out, because I'm sure some cameraman had to have been there, and they saw him pass out and his hands got in the fire and all that, they're probably told to just let it be there. So just imagine seeing the human flesh just at least it happened to Voldemort. The snake is still the best player on the season. Not a hot take there. Absolutely agree. The snake has done the biggest blind side of the season. Literally got it from the blind side. Yeah, I'm still waiting for something to happen here. Angelina climbing 100 feet. That was wild. And I honestly, I hope to God they bring that back for 50 for her. Like, if she finds some kind of beware advantage, the producers have to make this a thing where it's that all over again. Please do that. Survivor 53 over 52. Yeah, I can get on board with that. I think that's not so much a hot take. Hot take: everyone who doesn't die wins Survivor because they survive Survivor. Nowadays, maybe so. They survived the Applebee's challenge. Give them $1 million. I don't know. Maybe I'm on an island here when I say that I think that like they should get paid more, or like I think Survivor does actually a pretty good job with the pay scale, given the amount of time. Big Brother, on the other hand, I definitely don't think it's enough money. And let me know if you think I'm wrong there. But I definitely don't think they paid the people enough money for the amount of time that they're on the show. And I get it. Like, they're getting airtime, they're getting the opportunity and all that, but like there's something to be said that they should be making like a livable wage for the amount of time that they're adding content to your show and for the amount of money the show makes. I believe that for sure. All right, so let's get to the next comment. Kelly recognizing Angela was the biggest blindside of Big Brother 27. That's so true. Well, because you know why? Because that's the only season she's seen. Guarantee she didn't know who the hell Tyler was if she would have saw him. But she did see him at one point. Yeah, because they all go to the backyard. Obviously, he breaks it down, the whole hamster wheel of doom. But yeah, like she didn't know who Tyler was, and that's a relatively new season. But 100% is because she probably only had to see one season. It was probably 26, so that's why. But yeah, I don't even think that's much of a hot take. Now, if like she saw Dr. Will, like, and she knew who Dr. Will was, that would be a bigger blindside for sure. They said Survivor 50 is going to be 2 hours each episode. Honestly, they need to go back to 45 minutes. I disagree. The longer the episodes, the better. The more character development, the more gameplay. But did they actually say that it's going to be 2 hours each episode for 50? I didn't see that anywhere. That's wild. Well, I'm glad. I think I'm more for having a longer episodes than shorter episodes all day, every day. All day, every day. Sign me up for that. Fairplay just tried to call me. Wonder why. But yeah, no, I'm very much so looking forward to 50, even though we have had our issues with the cast. And yes, come at me, bro, if you think that I'm complaining too much. I do it because I care, right? Like, I complain because I care, because I wanted to see the best show out there. And we're all fans, right? We all complain about something. So at the end of the day, you go on Twitter and you look at a million different complaints people have. So like, we're not on an island here when we give complaints or give comparisons of what should be fixed. What character development? I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It could be much better. I just hope that if it is 2 hours, we don't get like 45-minute challenges, right? Like, it seems like the challenges just get longer and longer each episode. And I don't need to see longer episodes. I want to get more character development. Get the people that, even if they're not on the winning side or on the more dominant side, or if they are on the more dominant side and you're only showing us the disaster tribe, get us more content of those tribes that that you're probably not going to dwell on too much going forward. Like, you need to have equal opportunity amongst the players for TV time. And I'd rather have that so that it's more of a question in my head of who can win. Because I feel like when they don't have the character development, they don't show the social strategy of every side, and they're only particularly leaning into one side, the team that was the losing side, I feel like it makes it more predictable on how the season's going to play out and who is going to do well on the season. That's also, you can go back to Big Brother. Obviously, Big Brother is live and not taped, unlike Survivor. So the tape, they're always going to give you more of a winner's edit for the actual winner because they know who the winner is ahead of time. But as far as Big Brother, that's a live show, so they can't really do that. And even they struggle at times of giving equal opportunity screen time to people, right? Like, we got way more Vince and Morgan than we ever did, Ava or Ashley, the eventual winner of the season. I mean, I definitely think that they could do better in that aspect. And also, I think Survivor could, when they know that they already know the outcome. with a longer episode, there should be more character development on even the smaller characters that may not last a while. It's going to be 45-minute challenges. Let's be realistic. God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Cast only older brothers on Big Brother 28 to fit the name Big Brother. Yeah, right? Just, like I said, I want to see a 30-plus season. 30-plus season, I'm here for it on either Survivor or Big Brother. You have to cast characters first to show characters. That's another good point. It's another good point. It's the character development is not there when you don't actually have characters on your screen that you didn't cast. So but I still think even if they're not an exciting character or like the most riveting TV, at least let us develop that relationship with them where they give us a story about why they're on Survivor and why they're doing this, or what they're thinking in the game and how they think they can maneuver. It doesn't just have to be goofy antics around camp or like 20 minutes. Well, I know it wasn't 20 minutes, but I'm exaggerating, but like 20 minutes of Rizzo taking the flippers and trying to go into the water only to just not do it and clearly showed that it was for screen time. Like, why are you walking the whole pace of the beach with those flippers on? Just put the flippers on at the water. Like, what are we doing here? So, like, I don't need that kind of character development, the cheesiness. I want character development as in, let me get to know this person and how they want to play the game and where they think they're at, where they think their alliances are at. Get a video of them scheming, even if it's minor. I'd rather that than the goofy moments. So that's where I come from, is like, I want more of the character development through social strategy, but also getting to know the player as a person more than I need 45-minute challenges and, the goofy antics of who's going to name the most Taylor Swift songs. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I understand you have to have some kind of goofiness. You have to have some kind of entertainment factor for the show, but there's a better way of doing that. And I think there's like a good middle ground where you can have the goofiness, but you can, and I think the goofiness is better when it's organic, and something maybe on the island or has to do with that and doesn't feel so social media-esque. Amazing Race was able to give Rabina organic character development with 2 challenges per episode in a 12-episode season. Survivor BB never could. Well, we saw that with her time on Big Brother, where she really didn't get that, right? She didn't get the full. Her whole edit was, I'm so in love with Tucker. Like, Tucker is the way. And then when Tucker left, it was, I miss Tucker. Tucker was the best thing to happen to me. Oh yeah, I guess I got to play the game. So there's she's more than just that, and I'm glad that we're getting that on The Amazing Race. Too many people are too similar. I think that's another major difficulty as well. And I agree with you. I think they like to cast a certain niche group. They like to cast according to like certain stereotypes and like what their criteria makes for a good Survivor player. But I think that sometimes it's best when you get these people that are completely off that radar, right? When they can go one way or the other, but that they are bringing something more to the table via their personality and maybe their antics, more so than, okay, well, we have to have 10 of this specific archetype. And I don't think that's okay. Like, I think they need to adapt to the feeling of, it's time for us to look into what's going to make the most entertaining television, more so than they're here for the experience. And that's just my personal opinion on it. But I appreciate your comment for sure. Rabina was only memorable for being short on Big Brother after Tucker left. That's very true. And she was just against the numbers too the entire time, the rest of the way through. But she actually didn't play like absolutely terribly bad. But the show that, like, when we were watching her on the live feeds, I felt like we got more out of her and more gameplay out of her. And the show really leaned into, hey, she's just so depressed without Tucker. Like, are they going to be a thing when they get out of here? It's like, that's not what, like I want to see her gameplay. And they did show us aspects of it. I just thought it could be better. And Quinn got voted out in her mini skirt. Oh, that was so good. Like, Quinn, okay, and a lot of people have certain feelings about Quinn. I actually appreciated Quinn. I thought he definitely was playing it up, but like I can appreciate when someone's out there trying to make the show fun, the show entertaining. So I will give Quinn that. Once Quinn left, the season just, in my opinion, and I'm not saying he was like the catalyst for it, but he was also like a lot of people's targets, and then he was also had like, he was fun. I enjoyed watching him, so I feel like once that entertainment was gone, it was kind of like we got Angela, and that's about it. Everyone, and then Chelsea's just dominating the game. Big Brother should do a season where the producers get screwed over by stupid past twists. They did. I mean, how would that work? Explain it to me. That would be actually pretty funny, though. I'll give you that. One chicken killer on every season. Okay, so here's my question for you guys. Would you be team eat the chicken or not eat the chicken? Like, don't hurt the chicken. And just either get the eggs or do it like they did on 47, or excuse me, 47, where they like return the chicken for like a dozen eggs or something like that. Like, let me know in the comments, are you guys more so eat the chicken, who gives a shit, or no, protect the chicken at all costs? Because I'm very strongly one way. But I want to hear your guys' comments first on that. On Survivor 49, when Alex mentions delicious chicken in Savannah with the crazy person death stare was super scary. Is Savannah a villain? Could be. Rubino was shading Tucker last episode. That's what I heard. I did hear about that. That's for sure. I'd be like, eat the bird. Yes. Mary says, eat the chicken. 1,000%. I'm eat the chicken. Eat the chicken and don't look back. And like, I always find it interesting when they have these people that are just like sad that the chicken's dying, and maybe your emotions are like high and stuff right there because you're on such a starvation mode. But like, you eat a chicken sandwich other places. Like, you eat chicken Caesar salad. Like, it's no different. It's just you're having to look the chicken in the eye and prepare it yourself. But that's how it's supposed to be. I think that it's when people are very much so like, oh, we can't hurt the poor chickens, like on 47. I'm like, why? Why? You're starving. This would be great protein for you. Like, it would totally refurbish your game. Yeah, so I mean, I'm pro eat the chicken all day, every day. Savannah, who we are team Sophie on this household. All right, wait, Sophie B or Sophie S? Which team Sophie are you? Because yes, I'm very much so thinking Sophie B is like winner at it, in my opinion. Eat the chicken. What's up, Sheila? I think Savannah will make a great villain. I think they are setting her and Rizzo up as a pair for 50, and I think they are rivals at the end. I think there is something there to that. Okay, I absolutely agree with you. I think they're setting it up to where it's feeling like they're, because obviously they're on the same team, but I feel like they might be like dwindled down to just them two left from Red, and it's like, who's going to survive out of those two? But I think that they're going to be the ones making the big backstabbing moves with Sophie B. I think it's them two and Sophie B. They're going to get far into this thing. And I think they're going to be the threesome that like pulls off the big blindsides and twists and turns of the season when we eventually get there. And I think that's what's going to lead to those two going to 50. And I think in my head, I don't know the answer, just my feelings on it. It has the feeling of those three get very far, if not to the final three, and they're bringing back those two because they don't win because Sophie B wins. That's, in my opinion, what I'm feeling like. Say ain't watching New Era. Eat the bird, people. Yeah, eat the bird all day. Sia. Yeah, absolutely. Sia also, no more money, no more Sia money, so that's off the table too. Is another Sophie on the show? All right, fair enough. That's completely valid. That's the scariest thing ever, is having two Sophies and one being completely purpled. All right. So I actually have to cut the stream early. I'm getting a call from my wife that we need to go pick up the kiddo. So I appreciate you guys. You guys can find me at Goodsby Bobby on Instagram and Twitter. And I know I'm cutting this show. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. We just have a lot of plans for Halloween. I got to get the kiddo ready to get set up for So I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry for cutting the stream early. I'll be back Monday, 12 noon Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific. You can find us at After Show. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the bell notification so you're notified when we go live. Twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby if you guys like to follow me there. And at Goodsby Bobby, like I said, on the social media handles. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful, safe Halloween. Get all the candy you can. I appreciate you guys. The Patreon, Kate, it's I believe it's Reality After Show. Look up Patreon, look up Reality After Show. It's also in the link here. Let me pull it up real quick. realitypatron.com. Sorry for that. realitypatron.com. That's where you'll be able to find it if you want to become a patron of the channel. So with that being said, happy Halloween. See you guys Monday, noon Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific right here at Reality After Show. I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.